Welcome back to the channel. Here we provide a daily dose of life lessons based on stories from the Bible. Here is today's lesson from the Bible, Singing and Serving, Life Lessons from 1 Chronicles 6:31 to 53. The Bible, with its timeless stories and wisdom, often offers us lessons on how to live a life of purpose and humility. In 1 Chronicles 6:31 to 53, we are introduced to the descendants of Levi, a tribe chosen by God to serve in the temple. What's striking about this passage is the diversity in roles each Levite was given. Some were assigned as musicians, leading praise and worship, while others were given less visible but equally important tasks like maintaining the temple and assisting with sacrifices. This passage is a beautiful reminder that no matter how public or private our role may seem, each of us has a part to play in the larger plan. The beauty of variety in service. The Levites didn't all serve in the same way. King David appointed some as musicians, constantly leading the people in songs of worship. Their music echoed through the temple, filling it with praise and joy. But for every visible musician, there were many others who worked quietly behind the scenes. Some cleaned the temple grounds, some prepared the priestly garments, while others performed daily sacrifices. This shows us that God's work isn't limited to the spotlight. You might not always be on stage or in a position that gets applause, but your contributions are just as valuable. Whether you're singing loudly or sweeping quietly, God sees it all. The lesson here is that every role matters, and together we contribute to something much bigger than ourselves, using our gifts for God's glory. Just like the Levites, we are all blessed with unique talents, gifts, and abilities. Some of us are gifted in music, others in hospitality, teaching, or serving. What the Levite story teaches us is that all these gifts are meant for one purpose: to honor God. There's no hierarchy of importance when it comes to God's work. The musicians in the temple were no more valuable than the ones cleaning the floors. The person who greeted worshipers at the door was no less important than the one who made the sacrifices. Every single role contributed to the smooth running of the temple and the continuous worship of God. In our lives today, this lesson holds true. You may be someone who enjoys helping behind the scenes, or maybe you thrive when you're leading from the front. The key is to embrace your role and use your gifts to bring glory to God. When we focus on serving Him rather than seeking approval or recognition from others, we find purpose and fulfillment. Serving with a joyful heart. What stands out in this passage is that a song was always heard in the house of the Lord. It was a place filled with praise, even while work was being done. Whether they were cleaning, playing instruments, or performing sacrifices, the Levites were united by a spirit of worship. This is a powerful reminder for us today. Whatever task God has placed in your hands, do it with a joyful heart. Whether you're helping a neighbor, serving at your local church, or supporting a friend in need, approach it with an attitude of praise. Like the Levites, let's fill our lives with the sound of worship as we serve. Conclusion: every role is sacred. The lesson from 1 Chronicles 6:31 to 53 is simple yet profound. No matter what you do, whether big or small, visible or hidden, your work is sacred when done for the Lord. Just as the Levites served in a variety of roles, we are called to use our unique gifts and talents to serve God and others. So, whether you're in the spotlight or working behind the scenes, remember that every role is part of a greater mission. Embrace your part in God's plan and serve with joy, knowing that your contributions are valuable and seen by Him. Let's use our gifts for God's glory, and in doing so, create a life filled with purpose, praise, and fulfillment. Come back tomorrow for more life lessons of the Bible. Let us know in the comments if this lesson has been helpful to you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell.